Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about when her interest drops, do this, right? So let's say you've been going on a few dates with a woman and she is no longer displaying as much interest as she did than when she, let's say like a few weeks ago. Let's say she was really into you a few weeks ago, but now she's not as much. And she's not displaying the same level of enthusiasm. She's not really that excited to see you. Perhaps she's been a bit more flaky. Perhaps she's becoming a little bit more unsure and she's not as interested. So the worst thing that you could do is to try and do more, basically. So that means more messages to her, more calling her up, more reaching out, trying to convince her, trying to ask her what's wrong, things like that. That's all that's going to do is smother her, right? And you want to give her space, because if she is losing interest and she's kind of backed off a little bit, then clearly what she wants is for there to be a period where there's space. That's why she's backed off, right? Because she's like, this is too much, I'm backing off. So the best thing that you could do is to actually give her that space. So I always find one of the best methods to do this is to grab your phone basically and then look through the correspondence that you two have been having. So looking through the text messages or the messages on Facebook or WhatsApp, and basically see who is doing more. So who is writing the longer messages? Who is sending the more frequent messages? Who is initiating the conversation the most? And if you find that's you, then you need to back off loads. You need to back off way more than what you're currently doing, in order to switch the tables around and get her to start pursuing you more. So she starts putting in more of an effort. And if she likes you and if she's interested in you, she will start reaching out to you and contacting you more once you have actually backed off and started giving her the space that obviously right now she wants, right? And it's a good idea not to question it. So don't ask her, oh, what's wrong? You seemed really into me last week, or whatever it may be. Don't question it. Just allow it to happen. Let her go if she wants to. Like if she doesn't want to contact you for a few days, let her. Especially if this is someone that you've only been on a few dates with and you've only known each other for a few weeks, right? So you want to give her that space. You don't want to bombard her. You don't want to ask her what's wrong, right? Because basically what you want to do is you just want to come across as though you didn't notice, right? You want to come across as though you didn't notice that she has stopped the messages, that she stopped messaging you as frequently, or she hasn't displayed as much interest, whatever it may be. You want to act as though you don't know. You don't know, right? You're ignorant to it, basically. And you're happy when she reaches out to you, and you're also happy when she isn't reaching out to you. You want to appear as though whatever she does, it doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect you, right? Because women tend to be more drawn to men who are the ones that are less bothered by them, right? The ones that are not as affected, right? They tend to withdraw themselves from the men that are, for example, pursuing too much, who have become needy and are trying to please her all the time. And they're more drawn to the men that are not affected by her, that don't mind if she doesn't contact them for a few days, right? But if she comes into contact with a guy that does mind when she doesn't contact her for a few days and is asking things like, oh, what's wrong? What's going on? Yes, last week was so good. What's going on now? Why are you not talking to me as much? What's up? What's going on? Doing that is not good, right? And that's going to make her withdraw more from that man and more be drawn towards the men that don't do those things, that are not as affected by her. So that's what you got to do. You got to see it as that. You got to be like, whatever she does, it doesn't bother me. Right? If she wants to be in my life, that's great. If she doesn't want to be in my life, that's not so great. If she wants to be there, brilliant. If she doesn't want to be there, brilliant. I'm happy no matter what, because I know in my heart and in my soul that I can find someone who does, right? So if she just, loses all interest in me, that's fine, because now that's opened up a window for me to find someone who does want to be with me, another woman who wants to be with me. So it doesn't bother you, and you have to act like that. Right? So, looking back over the correspondence that you two have been having, if you've been doing way more than she has, then you need to lessen that a lot, right? So it could be the case that, let's say, she messages you once every 2 days, right? Or she replies to your message once every 2 days. Then perhaps you want to do that as well. Like, you reply to her once every 2 days. Or perhaps if you really want to like draw it out, do it over 3 days. Like, she replies to you every 2 days, you reply to her every 3 days. You kind of do it like that. And perhaps she wants to meet up with you this week, but you say, oh, I'm a little bit busy this week, but how about I meet with you next week? So it draws it out, it makes it longer, so she has more anticipation and starts to think about you more. Because if she's starting to lose interest, there's either two things. Either she really has lost interest in you and she's just decided that, oh, you know what, maybe this guy is not for me. Or you've just become a little bit too familiar and it's making her just feel a little bit uncomfortable, like things are moving too fast, right? And you have to realize that perhaps it's gonna take time for her to fall in love with me. I probably really, really like her and want to be with her now, but I've got to realize that perhaps she is just falling in love at a lot slower rate. So I have to actually move to her rate and perhaps even do less than what she's doing and make things even slower and do things even slower than what she is willing to go. So that's a really good way that you can make a woman a lot more attracted to you, especially in those first fragile few months where you're only just dating each other and getting to know each other. It is a very fragile stage where you could easily mess up, right? Now, obviously, sometimes you meet someone and, you meet a woman and you two are like a joint at the hip straight away, but those things are usually rare. Like, most of the time when you go on a date with a woman, she probably likes you and finds you attractive, but it's probably not at that level where she's going to want to be with you all the time straight away. Like, that takes like a few months, right? So for an example, I'll just tell you like a story about how I met my wife. And basically what happened is we matched on Tinder. And I sent her a couple of messages. I got her Facebook information and I set up a date with her that same evening that I matched with her, right? And then I set the date a week, like it was probably like about 6 or 7 days after after we first matched. So there was a lot of time that she could anticipate the date, and then we went on a date, and then I left it 5 days after the first date to message her to ask her out for another date, because I just wanted to draw it out. I just wanted to make it go longer because I really liked her. She was really beautiful. She had a really nice, sweet personality, and I really wanted to date her more, and I really wanted to see her more. So I didn't want to mess things up by being too eager too soon. So I stretched things out. Like, I kept it at a really slow pace until she started reaching out to me more, when she started to get more comfortable, because she was quite shy to begin with, and I realized, oh, it's going to take me some time for her to warm up to me because she's really shy. And that's exactly what happened. We went on a few dates like that where there was a good week before we would see each other, and I would message her really, really minimal in between those times, if at all, right, after setting up a date. And it worked, so we started doing that I started meeting up with her at the end of September, and then by the beginning of November, we were seeing each other a bit more. Like, we were seeing each other on the weekends, like for 2 days, and I would stay over with her, and then after, I think around Christmas time, we started seeing each other 3 days a week. I'll go to her place, in the middle of the week and things like that, and spend the evening there. But as you can see, it happened slowly. Like, it happened slowly over a few months. It wasn't like a really fast thing. It wasn't something that happened instantly, because I realized that she was shy and she needed a little bit more time to warm up to me, which is absolutely fine. So that's kind of like how you want to take it. You want to take it very slowly so that she becomes comfortable with you. And if she has started to lose interest, it may be the case that she has completely lost all interest, and when you start backing away, she'll back off even more, and the whole thing will just fizzle out. Or she will start being more reattracted to you, and then she will start putting in more of the effort. So you kind of have to just play it like that. Just take your time, just take your time, be patient, try not to rush things, and just allow things to happen really slowly so her feelings can develop, and give her space. Because if she's losing interest and she's backed away, then that means she needs space. So give her that space, give her time and see what happens. If she likes you, she will reach out to you, and you have to trust that and not worry too much about the outcome, because you have to be, especially when you're dating, you can't get too attached too soon anyway. You kind of have to be skeptical. You kind of have to put her on probation and see, like, do I really like her? I want to find out more about her before I get too involved. I mean, she's beautiful. I really like the way she looks, but is she actually good relationship material? I need to find out, do we like some of the same things? Could we have a laugh together? Do we enjoy each other's company? Is she funny? Does she make me laugh? Can I make her laugh? Can we enjoy each other? Is she going to be a good companion? Is she someone that I'm going to want to hang out with forever, basically, especially if you're have a more monogamous mindset and you want a long-term relationship and perhaps marriage. That's something that you need to consider. So I hope this information has helped you. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to get in touch with me personally, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.